What is up, my dude and dudettes, and welcome back to TellerTube. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/choosingbeggars. So guys, apparently 74.7% of you are not subscribed to the channel, so if you guys could do me a huge favor and subscribe to the channel, as it would really help me out and allow me to continue to make these videos for you guys. But with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. I'll come live with you and spend all your money. So there's a guy I met at a bar via mutual friends. We kept drinking together for a few weeks when he tells me his lease is ending and he can't find a new place to live because he has lost his job. I, being a nice person, tell him I have a spare room and he can come crash at my place for a week or so until he finds a new job. After 2 weeks of living at my place for free and doing nothing more than sleeping all day long, eating my food, I was the only one buying food since he didn't have a job or any savings, using all of my things, etc. I told him that he needed to find his own place and I'm not willing to fund him anymore, him being a 30-year-old man. He started making excuses. Yes, I know that should have been a red flag, and told me he got a job and is starting in a week. I believed him and let him stay for another week. He actually did start working but quit after just 1 day. Again, I asked him to move out and he told me he already found another job and just needed one paycheck to get back on his feet and then he can get his own place. This scenario kept running for around 2 months, in which I found out that both his parents are doctors and live 5 minutes away from the city. At first he said they kicked him out, then he changed his version to, "I don't want to burden them, and they live right outside the city and it's far to get to the pubs I like from there." By that time, him just being there cost me around $800, $150 only for coffee. I buy expensive coffee and he drank a lot of it, and another $100 for a new charger for my laptop that he broke, not including his share of rent and bills, which he said he'll pay. I tell him again that I want him out. He asked me for time just until the end of the week so he can sign a lease. Necessary to say that he was actually working at that time, I agree and leave for work, night shift. When I came back in the morning, he greets me, tells me he found a place and by the end of the week he can move in. I was happy for him and for myself that he would be gone, and went to sleep before another night shift. When I woke up for work, I found out that he packed all of his things, took what was left in the fridge, a few of my things, just random things like toothbrushes and paste, a few empty notebooks and such, and just left. I tried calling him and have sent him messages but never got an answer. Later I found out from many mutual friends that around the same time period he asked them for small loans like $100 each and different favors and then just disappeared. Oh man.
"Hey, I don't really have anywhere to stay. Think I can stay with you? It'll only be a couple of weeks." "Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to stay a couple more months for free. Thank you."
My Snapchat video wasn't good enough. So I've been venturing into the outside world again, and I'm usually very accommodating to people that recognize me. I do stand-up comedy. This girl came up to me, no mask by the way, don't know if that's relevant, and asked if I'd record a video for her Snapchat. I said sure, and she, without asking, handed her phone to the person I was with and said to them,
"Okay, I'm gonna say,"
a quote I'm known for,
"then you move the camera over to him and he'll say, 'Hey, that's my line,' then you close up on me and then hit stop."
And we actually did it 3 times. Each time she said the person I was with wasn't getting it right. So I said okay, one more time, we did it, and she watched it and said,
"That's fine, whatever,"
and walked away. Never introduced herself, 4 takes, never said thank you.
"Hey, can I get a video with you? And you better record it well or I'm gonna be mad."
Guy wants a £50 DLC for free. Recently, the game Mortal Kombat 11 got a DLC called Aftermath, basically a part 2 of the original story, and a YouTuber who I watch from time to time was doing a giveaway for said DLC on the community tab. I didn't enter the giveaway myself, but there was some person in the comments who asked,
"I need to play MK11, can anyone give it to me?"
I was honestly surprised when I saw this, so I left a reply saying, "Seriously, dude?" Another guy said, "OMG, I will totally give you a $50 DLC pack." Not. Another guy said, "Rule number 1, never ask strangers for money." So Choosingbeggars said to the second guy who replied,
"You will,"
and said to me,
"I will be dead soon and I want to play all games before I die."
Yes, he spelt before like that. I wasn't buying his sob story, so I told him not to pull that card as people aren't stupid. Then one guy was helpful and told him just to watch the cutscenes on YouTube. Just try to ease the situation, but Choosing Beggar left one more reply saying, "No, I swear," and that's where it ended. I honestly can't believe the lengths people will go just to get something for free. I know this isn't the craziest Choosing Beggar on here, but this is the first time I've run into one.
OMG, I love that game so much. Think you can give it to me for free? I won't be around much longer and I really want to play it, and I deserve it.
Yeah, not gonna happen, Chief. Shameless relatives. So my aunt was from a small town and eventually made it big. Now my relatives think that her money equals their money. There is one particular relative I want to talk about. He flat out asked my aunt to buy him an apartment. He blatantly asked for a house, not asking for a loan, literally asked her to give him the apartment. My aunt, being the generous person that she is, agreed to this. Especially since this was also the relative of her mother who constantly tells my aunt to give more unnecessary things to this family. This is not all. When this relative's son got married, he asked for even more things. He asked for 2 cars, specifically Benz, and another apartment. Again, not borrowing money, literally asking for a home and 2 cars in addition to his own home. My aunt did this, believing that they would leave her alone, and they did. For a bit. I have a strong intuition that the son will end up just like the father because of his actions. Over Christmas break, my aunt was on a trip to France with her family. The son of the relative, like his father, asked her for a gift, specifically a watch, and specifically from an expensive brand. My aunt's son had a gently worn watch that was from a pretty famous brand. He offered his watch to his relative and decided that he would get a new one in France. However, when my aunt told her cousin, he refused the watch. He stated that he wanted an even more expensive brand, namely Omega. He even listed a price range. Just gonna put out a reminder that this is supposed to be a gift that he is asking for. He wasn't asking my aunt to bring back a watch from France for him because he wanted a type that was only sold there. He was asking her to gift him an expensive watch with a specific price range. And no, it's not over. He even asked my aunt to help him get a government job since he knew that she had connections. He was asking my aunt to pull some strings. Quite naive, right? So he could have a government position, probably because he wants to boss people around. Thank God she said no. Every time my aunt refuses to pamper them with unnecessary things, they tell her that she is forgetting where she came from, that she is obligated to help them. Speaking technically, they don't need help given their financial stability. They just want to have luxury products when they aren't even a part of the upper class. I just want nothing to do with these relatives anymore. Oh no.
Okay, so I want an apartment and 2 Mercedes Benzes. Oh, also, and I want a very expensive watch, and help me get a job with the government.
A knitter's life for me. Sigh. Okay, I work at a warehouse often 60 plus hours a week with 1 day off, and as a consequence, I often bring my small knitting projects into work during breaks and lunch. This has led to a great amount of people asking for random items for me for free. Hats, scarves, even shirts and bathing suits. Usually I just let them know that I do take commissions, but when I tell them they'll have to pay for it, they don't ask again. The latest guy to ask though, he was adamant that I should make him a hat for free. Choosing Beggar.
Why can't you make me a hat for free? I just want an easy pattern.
I'm sorry, but yarn costs money and I'm still practicing knitting fair aisles. Switching colors every stitch in the round.
What if I steal the yarn for you?
Sorry, but no. Knitting takes most of my free time and I like to be paid for my work because you're buying hours of my life, not just a product.
Well, if you're still in the stages of practicing and learning, why should you get paid?
Why did insert company name here bother paying you your first 2 weeks of work if you were still learning how to do your job here? He left me alone after that.
Come on, you're still learning, just do it for free, man. All I want is a hat. Heck, I'll even steal the yarn for you.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button as it would really help me out. Subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.